done is management. To make people grow is leadership. We have to be aware that personal excellence, our own and that of other people, is a greater good than simply material success. The magnanimous Christian expects everything of himself as if God did not exist, magnanimity, and then expects everything of God as if he could do nothing on his own, which is the theological virtue of hope. I act as if everything depends upon me, and I pray as if everything depends upon God. He behaves like an adult on the natural plane, and like a child on the supernatural. But the supernatural childhood is not passive. It has supernatural hope, like human hope, and it does not shy away from difficulty. On the contrary, it arouses the soul, directing to the conquest of the good. And magnanimity and humility go hand in hand. We call this aspect, what is humility? This dependence totally upon God. It's like metaphysical humility. To differentiate it from, we say, fraternal humility, that is, a habit of service. So recognizing that everything is dependent upon God, but also that moves out towards service. So our metaphysical, we say, humility would be the reality that we are creatures, that God is the creator, that we are not in charge of everything. We simply put ourselves in service and let God work through us. The more aware we become of our personal greatness, the more we need to understand that greatness is a gift of God. Magnanimity without humility is no magnanimity at all. It is self-betrayal and can easily lead to personal calamities of one kind or another. Magnanimity and humility go hand in hand. In specifically human endeavors, man has the right and the duty to trust in himself. This is magnanimity, without losing the sight of the fact that human capacities on which he relies comes from God, and this is humility. This magnanimous impulse to embark on great endeavors should always be joined to the detachment that stems from humility, which allows one to perceive God in all things. Man's exaltation must always be accompanied by abasement before God. And to recognize that we need these two very important aspects and two virtues. In our next talk, we'll talk a little bit more about humility and its growth and the importance of it in our life, and also look at kindness. That is another important aspect that kind of draws the two together, to recognize our striving for great things in our apostolate and in our work with others, and in humility to recognize that we are in service of the other, that we are simply here to do nothing less than to convert the whole world to Christ, and that the Lord uses us continually as his instruments. Before I end, I'm going to talk about this